Hello and welcome back to Speedynet, the most biggest and badass transportation company in this world. Now, we are worth 50 millions and that's all by our own brilliant track engineering, of which we are looking at the latest edition, the youngest satellite network of Speedynet. Now, before we continue with building, further on this satellite network and expanding it and growing it and maturing it so that it can really be the kickstarter for an absolute profit explosion that I have in mind, I wanna, do a few things first, one of which is to go to our HQ and see how it is doing. I wanted to do that for a very long time. I had totally not forgotten about that. Now, I believe our HQ was here? Here? I don't even know really. It was, someone in the comments who wanted to see how our HQ was looking, and I think it's a pretty good idea. It's been a while since we last visited our HQ. There, look at it. Massive skyscraper. Wow, 2 docks. What? Speaking about competition, here's the third. I don't know, game industry generator. This is a little bit over the top, don't you think? But yeah, here is our HQ. Lovely. Big and massive in the middle of nowhere, really. But, well, what can you do about that, huh? We could relocate it, I guess, but... Now, why should we really, huh? I mean, by the way, look at these statistics. Look at how many road vehicles we have. Wow. Crazy stuff, isn't it? In any case, wait, what? We have 84 water tiles. What's this for? I guess that is the docks and the ship wharfs and all that. Right then, well, we've checked out our HQ, which is lovely. Another thing that I wanted to show you is a trick that, somebody in the comments pointed, gave me this link to a video where, there's a clever signaling trick basically, and say for example, because I'm gonna show it to you because I really liked it. Say for example that we have this junction over here where 2 tracks merge. Right now it is set up in such a way that whichever train comes first is the one to pass the junction, and anyone coming second will have to wait. Now, with this signaling trick you can prioritize one track over the other. Well, at least to a certain extent, of course, because it's only gonna work for, 2 trains coming right up. And, if there's like a hell of a lot more trains, eventually the one on the priority track will just have to wait, So, but it works for when there's like 2 trains and you want one track to have priority. Here's how you do it. Now, we first need to remove the signals so that I can show you what is done. So we'll remove them for now. And what you do is the track that you want to have lesser priority, you just place an entrance signal there, and then you place these combi signals on the track that has priority, and you place them facing both ways. Now, why both ways? Just wait and see what will happen, because it's a clever signaling trick, and I'll pause it quickly just so that I can show you. Look, see what's happening right now is that the moment this train enters this stretch, right, this signal, the one facing this direction, is going red. Now, and that is because, of course, it's a combi signal, so it's also an exit signal, and the exit is blocked. This entrance signal, for some reason, takes this entire block, even though this junction is only one way. I mean, a train can never make this loop. It doesn't matter for the signaling, it will just consider this whole block no matter how you lay the track. So what it does is, because there's a train in this stretch, this signal turns red, in turn, because this is a combi signal, it's an exit and an entrance signal, this one also turns red because, well, yeah, that's how it works with the combi signals. When there is combi signals, you know, they will always first look to each other. So as long as we keep this a regular signal, then this will function. If we make this like another signal, you know, like an exit signal, then it will function a little bit less. So, but yeah, when you set it up like this, any train that enters this stretch will have this signal be turned red. So if you make this stretch a little bit longer, you know, then trains entering from over here will already have priority. However, we have a switch over here, so there's no real way of making this any longer. But it's just to showcase it. Now, I don't know if there will be any more trains coming, you know, so that we can see it in action even further. No, doesn't look like it. Yeah, and you're gonna make the switch because you had to wait on that one. Ah, well, anyway, you know, I just thought, you know, I'd showcase this. I think it's a pretty clever one, even though it has limited use, of course, because, like I said, when there's a busy situation with lots of trains coming from this direction, of course they're gonna have to wait, you know, because there's more trains here. But when there's just two trains, you know, and they're about to meet at the junction roughly at the same time, right now, this track will have priority, which is how I like it, really. So we're gonna leave this, and I might use that more in the future. However, for now, we have more important business, and that is our youngest and latest satellite network, which is going to be the Kickstarter for a profit explosion, like I said. But we're not there yet, so... Now, last time we had set it up so that we're right now producing farm supplies here. Very nice. And those farm supplies, we are going to bring those to places where we can get ourselves engineering supplies. And to do that, we need to grab ourselves a few forests. And as it happened, I've seen that there's one there, there's one there, there's one there, and there's one there. That's 4 forests, and actually, I mean, there's like 3 of them, which are pretty productive as well. Look what we have over here. A sawmill. Yeah, I think that this is already a pretty easy situation, right? I've also scouted ahead a little bit, and I know, but let me see. Is it over here? It's not you. It's, yeah, look, here. There's a timber yard. Now this is, of course, I mean, I think right now you can all see where this is going, so that's how it's gonna be going. Once we have the timber yard there, we then have it, well, pretty much at like the junction of, well, our former satellite network and our new satellite network, which makes it ideal to supply both the coal mines over here, which in return will boost the production of farm supplies greatly, which in return will make it so that we can boost the the production of all the farms over here, which in return will boost the production of goods, foods, and all the other very valuable goodness. So yeah, I mean, for me, this is just profits. So we're gonna realize that. And the way we're gonna start out, I guess the best thing would be to first make a proper station over here, and I think that this station that we're gonna set up here is gonna see some pretty heavy traffic, so we might as well get ourselves a station that is like one way, because that is just way better in terms of efficiency. Yeah, I think we should do that. So let's get this station here set up first, and then, you know what, I don't think it would be such a bad idea to... No, we'll set a station up here first, and we'll grab these forests here at first too. So, and then we'll worry about this one, because this one is a bit out of our range really. But we are gonna get it. So, yeah, time to get to work. Let's build. Alright, so here we are with the first 3 forests all hooked up and supplying this sawmill of wood. However, as you can see, it's become a little bit complex, and Treffing Ford over here isn't really liking us that much. However, we are in the lucky situation that there is a hotel over here. So Treffing Ford will start liking us more and more over time, because there's a station that gets serviced, and we managed to get all the stations I wanted in there before they started hating us so much that we wouldn't be allowed to build anything. Now, just from the looks of it, we might want to expand the amount of wood vehicles here. I don't want to have too few capacity, so yeah, there's going to... well, there needs to be some balancing done. Like, yeah, like that, you know. I'd say that 2 more vehicles is definitely not a bad idea. So, there we go. But for the rest, it all looks good. Now, there is this forest. Oh, and by the way, one thing, I don't think I even mentioned it last video, but we have this new locomotive over here. Well, actually, I'll show you in the depot, which... well, you know, just deepens the choices that we have right now, because this is the new one, which is actually slower than these ones, but the pulling power, I mean the tractive effort of 94 versus 53, even the Mogul doesn't come close. So this is really like the upgraded version of the Mogul, and it's slower. This is for heavy cargo loading, and that's why I was also looking at the cargo... no, not at that. Why I was looking at the cargo payment rates, and I saw that wood doesn't really need to be delivered at great haste. So that's why I went with the very slow trains, but they can pull a lot. So yeah, it's interesting, you know. I mean, this is just, well, a cheaper version of it, I guess. I mean, it saves you like 7 grand. Not that we really need them. Well, you know, we need to be looking out for 7 grand, but yeah, it's interesting how the train set adds more choice by giving locomotives that are very powerful in terms of tractive effort, but pretty slow, you know. It's interesting, makes for good gameplay. In any case, wood requires these slow but powerful trains, and yeah, we got ourselves a nice situation set up here. Now, what we are going to need to do is get this hooked up, and I want a station over here near this forest that is... wow, this is normal production. Yikes, when this is going gung-ho quadruple, then this is gonna be crazy. In any case, what I want over here is a station that is gonna serve it all. The hotel. Well, I don't think we're gonna be using this textile mill. Oh. Wow, okay. In any case, I want a station that serves it all here. That's like multi-purpose. So, and I think we can get ourselves a nice 3 wide station in here, which is, well, all that we will be able to get. But this town will be able to, well, you know, it will have direct access to the train network. However, the thing is, we're gonna pass through a few areas with towns here, and I think it wouldn't be such a bad idea to pre-place a few bus stops over here, so that if we ever do want to hook them up to our network, we aren't in a situation where they hate us already. So yeah, let's get that done, and then we'll hook up that forest. Alrighty, and we now have our 4 forests hooked up and delivering wood. Now, is there much lying around here? Is there much lying around over here? Yeah, it's still slowly piling up actually, wow. Or maybe that's just... it's still piling up, so we're gonna grab ourselves one more of these wood vehicles there. Right, now I do want to know how is it doing over here then. 36. Yeah, alright, we'll grab one more. I mean, we don't want to have a shortage of wood, because this is producing a crazy amount of timber, which we now need to transport all the way over here. Now the station that we're going to put here is going to be very important, because I have a feeling that this station, well, we need to hook it up directly to over here, but I think chances are high that this station will also be the delivery station for all these farms over here, so that we have like a one station that serves them all. So I guess it would be best to have this station be like as close to the farms as possible, yet still giving direct access to the timber yard. I think that would be the most important thing. Another thing is that we now of course need to get ourselves a connection over here. So yeah, we should get that sorted, and in light of that, I mean, I've been wanting to rework this station for quite a while now, so we might... Whoa! Oh my good lord! Wow! Yeah, okay, so we also have a bit of a passenger pileup. Now, I guess after this video I'll do a balancing check to see where we need more capacity and all that, and yeah, that's for after this video. In any case, like I said, I've been wanting to rework this station so that it can become much higher in capacity, because this is going to be a very important station in the long-term future. So yeah, I want to rework that, and then in the same time incorporate that with the tracks that we yet have to build over here. Which, if we just take a quick look, yeah, this is hill over here, so we'd kind of have to... Yeah, see, what I want here is to make it a one-way station. That way, you know, trains will be able to just enter. The main track will just pass by over here and enter, exit. Yeah, that also means that we kind of have to redo this whole junction and all that. So, you know what? Until it's actually needed, we might just get by with a simple bypass track, you know? Just something like this, just swoops by. Just to keep it simple for now, and once we really need the extended capacities, then we are going to make it massive. Same over here really, we're gonna start out with the simple station. We can always rework the whole thing, so... Yeah, I guess that's the better plan. Start out simple, make it more complicated as the need arises. Sounds like a plan. Let's get the timber station in operation. I'm looking at this and I think that we should also consider ourselves getting an extra train here, because you clearly do not manage it just by yourself. So already we are expanding the train count here as it's needed. This only means more farm supplies in the end for us, so good stuff. Anyway, we are moving on with track building. So we just finished this whole setup, but I just now have come to realize what a distance this timber needs to travel, huh? Yeah, that isn't close at all. But we're still gonna do it. It's the only option we really have. So let's take a look at the cargo payment rates for timber. How does this compare to food? Alright, so speed doesn't need to be that high really. I think for timber we can also get away with them slower trains that are longer. Though, maybe not... What are the means of transporting timber, huh? Let's take a look. What kind of wagons does it go in? I mean, pretty much we could go with fast. It can go anywhere really, though I think what we're gonna do is we're also gonna use these somewhat slower trains to deliver it to the... See, it's really, you know, an iffy case, the timber, because over here there's a pretty straight flat line here that makes me very comfortable, you know, using slow trains for wood. Over here though, it starts to decline pretty soon. So maybe we should actually go for the speedy more... Well, I mean, of course we need to go for the speedy solution. It's in the name of the company. So we'll do that. We will grab these. You know what? We're gonna go with the middle way, which I feel is the mogul. So yeah, we're gonna use those. And we're gonna use quite long trains, I feel, so we're gonna go with 3 locomotives here. And yeah, I think, alright, 3 locomotives and 10 of these flat cars. Alright, that's a pretty solid train actually. Wow, that's a 5-long train. That's good stuff, man. Now, immediately, I can tell you one thing. We are going to need at the very least 3 trains over here. At the very least. So we're probably gonna end up with even more trains, but for now 3 it is. Of course, the thing is though that they won't have cargo straight away, so maybe I should have released them a bit more separated, but now well. Yeah. Now this over here, I can already foresee that it's gonna be very busy on this stretch of tracks here, and there's a good chance that we're going to have to rework this soon-ish. But for now it will do. Now we have the farm supplies over here at the ready. We're just not bringing them anywhere right now, and I think it is about time that we change that situation too. So, let's see here. Now, to get these farm supplies out of here, what we would need is, because they also need to go over here towards this station. So, there's a cheesy way of getting that, and that is just, you know, using a track over here. However, we'd also need a track at the entrance, which kinda needs to be from this track and then make a loop around onto the station, but that is a rather tight fit. So how are we going to manage that, huh? You know what? We'll do the easier ones first, which are these forests over here. So we'll do those first. You know, we'll get them some farm supplies. Now, I wonder how much we should bring them. I'm thinking that perhaps a it's a good question actually. I think a 3-wagon load should be alright, because it has to do 4 forests. We could always enhance it, of course. So we're gonna start out with a 3-wagon load, and we'll change it if needed. So let's quickly set that up. Right, I think we got that sorted now. So how many? 245. We should have more than enough farm supplies to get all them forests going. Gung-ho quadruple. Now, this situation over here, which is kind of like, I don't know really how to deal with it. What we need is more space over here, so I guess let me quickly work on this so that we can get the 4th forest supplied as well. Alright, so we got that sorted, which now means that pretty much all of our forests will have their production just ramp up like absolutely crazy. And how's it doing over here? This is still not, although all of our vehicles are coming in right now, so yeah, I don't know really. I have a feeling we would need one more horses for the woods over here. So we're gonna get that. Now, of course, this means that we're gonna get supplies over here, which we will also need to transfer to this forest, and the same we need to do over here. So let's quickly set up some supply vehicles. Righty, well, I guess all that's left to do now really is just wait and see the production of wood and timber explode. Now, currently we are at a point where we got it all set up. However, what we now need to do is fine-tune the amount of trains that we have going to and from places. So, I guess this is the moment where, well, I need to watch how things are going and then balance the amount of train accordingly. But I think we have made great progress over here in that we pretty much got ourselves a wood production going now that will just skyrocket through the roof. So yeah, we're doing pretty well. This in and of itself is already very, very profitable. Can you imagine once the engineering supplies start rolling in and the production over here will boost and over here? Oh man, money still, there is no end to it really. We're gonna be rich, stinking rich, but that and more all has to wait for next time when we play more OpenTTD.